Hello again, MMA True Believers. This is Jason Burgos for Sherdog.com, and my guest is a man who has had to wait nearly 12 years for the opportunity that awaits him on May 13th. After a long run in the sport, which includes being the current Fury FC light heavyweight champion, he will finally step foot in the fabled UFC octagon to face Chase Sherman on just 2 weeks' notice in what is a booking that has knockout of the night capabilities written all over it. And that man is the Hurricane Ike Villanueva. Ike, congratulations on getting that UFC deal, and thanks for giving me some time tonight.
Hey, man, thank you, sir. Man, it's an honor, man. It's all part of the game. But, man, I'm just thankful that, everybody reaching out to me. It's been a long journey, man. I got I'm filled with emotions, but this is my time, man. I've been telling everybody, I'm going to get my shot, and here it is. And everybody's still in the aisles down here like, man, he wasn't lying.
You, like I mentioned, you've been in the sport going on 12 years now. So the first question is, when your management calls you and tells you the UFC is finally offering you that deal you've wanted because you haven't been there yet, what are the thoughts? Is it shock? Is it expectation you felt it was coming? Is it relief? Does a tear come to the eye? Because this has been a very long wait. What's the emotions when you finally get that news?
Tears of joy, man, broke me down because, man, I've been through the rough road, man. I've been bottom where nobody forgot about me. I had to fight my way back, and it was just bro. It's just when I finally got it, it was just. I was getting off work that day, and it was just, it was Friday. That was the day Houston opened up the restaurants. I was going to take my wife to dinner. Jason FaceTime me. He never FaceTime me. It's always a text message, phone call. Thought he butt dialed me. And when I picked that phone up, and he said, man, we got it. He goes, man, May 13th. I didn't know I was fighting Chase till about an hour later because, Jason and Daniel Pineda, they know me. Man, I'll fight anybody. I've been looking for this opportunity for a long time, and I'm not going to let it pass up, and I ain't going to take it for granted. The May 13th, UFC's going to get the real Hurricane. I'm going to unload everything.
This whole pandemic has been a negative situation for most people on the planet because of everything going on with it. But do you feel like because of this, maybe, some fighters turning down offers, maybe they're worried about concerns, maybe they're not feeling like they're training to the level they want, so they're passing on offers? Do you think in a weird way, maybe because of things, the situation the UFC is in, the situation the sport's in, maybe this opportunity for you maybe got pushed forward and you got this opportunity even quicker? And in a weird way, there is a positive on that level that came out of this whole thing for you?
I just look at it as a God's plan, man. The man upstairs, he blessed me. He guided me all the way through here, man. Jason House, he told us, man, y'all stay ready. Because he sent a message to me back in March. Y'all stay ready at all costs. And we were trying hard to really get all the training we can, just me and him. And finally, I get it. And it was just, man, so I'm blessed, man. I'm just ready to go, though. I earned it, I believe.
You were, like I mentioned, the Fury FC light heavyweight champion, but because of the situation with the virus and training and all these kinds of things, gyms being closed, I know it's changed with Texas. Things are starting to open, like you mentioned, with restaurants, and it also being on short notice. Is this fight happening at a heavyweight, so you don't have to try and cut weight, or is this happening at light heavyweight?
It's a heavyweight fight. Chase always fought the heavyweight, and they called me a heavyweight, and usually, you get a short notice fight. It would have been like a light heavyweight. I've been fighting like a 6-time Brazilian BJJ world champion or Olympic wrestler. You don't get fights like this on short notice. And it was just, man, that's how I knew it, man. This is my time. I better strike now. So here it is.
And I've seen from what I can tell from you, like your fights and stuff like that, your record, you fought at some points in your career at middleweight. Is there any concern? I'm sure there's not, but I felt like the need to ask. Is there any concern that you're not fighting at like your optimal weight? You've been fantastic at light heavyweight, a champion, and now you're going to have that extra weight. Is there any concern to not being as lean as normally you would be?
No, man. I spar with the heavyweights here. I fought heavyweight plenty of times during my career. All victorious knockouts. I mean, there's all of them have been knockouts at heavyweight. I feel stronger, faster at heavyweight, but like when it comes to business-wise, when it comes to business fights, I never do a 205. But this fight is just something I got to take advantage of. You get the opportunity, you go. When the UFC calls, you don't tell them no. It's is it? They're the NFL, man. You're in the big leagues now, so let's go.
Is there any belief like, okay, if this goes great, I'll stay in here, or is the plan once this passed, I'm gonna go back to light heavyweight in the UFC?
Nah, man, it'd be if it plays out and McMahon says this is what I got, it makes sense. Yeah, leave it in their hands. But I would like to get back to 205. That's where I feel stronger. I like the weight cut. I like being on the same even page on the weight when we both weigh in the same weight.
Yeah.
I like that better. But I'm still trying to get used. USADA does a lot of stuff. Getting used to. I'm on the UFC supplements, all the Thorn.
Yeah.
That pays a big difference. There's only so much you can take, and I'm still getting used. So I'm thankful. I rate them. They take care of me with all my supplements. So I'm blessed so far. But that'd be a game changer. But man, living in Texas, it ain't hard to cut weight here.
Now, for the Sherman fight itself, do you feel like this is the perfect opponent to make a UFC debut against, considering your style? This guy is willing to go out there, sling a whole bunch of leather with reckless abandon. Without a doubt, there's a danger because he's a heavy hitter, but you only get one chance to make a first UFC impression. Is this the guy to perfectly make your very first long-lasting UFC impression because of the style with the knockouts you get?
Man, yes, sir, man. Every fight's an impression, especially in the UFC, because everybody's watching. But this is a great opportunity fight for me to show my skill and show I really belong here. And I'm going to do that May 13th because I hope you don't take me lightly. I ain't taking him lightly. I have much respect to him, but I'm bringing that. I'll be in the center of the octagon waiting for him. Whichever way he wants to go, he wants to stand, wherever. I'm there, man. We got to go to the ground. Let's go to the ground. But I'm all around. I'm a good athlete, so I look forward to this. But this is a great fight for me, man. I look forward to it.
Because he can be a bit reckless, wild, he's willing to get in there. Is this fight simply about being measured, smart, and just letting him offer you that moment to unload the power that has gotten you 13 career knockouts? Or, if it comes into a weird, wild firefight, are you willing to go out there, have a good time, and let the chips fall where they may?
Yeah, well, like what they say down here, Puerto Chicano, man, we don't back down for nothing. We stand toe to toe. If you want to go there with me, I promise you, it's not gonna be his night because you get in the eye of that hurricane. I'm gonna let him go, and being there is a dangerous spot for him. But like I said, you want to play a chess match, we play a chess match. If you want to bang, we can bang. So all around, I'm excited for it.
I mean, and he has a reputation already because he's been in the UFC as a striker guy who throw power punches and everything like that. But he did fight in bare knuckle the last few fights before he came back to the UFC. Do you think in some way there may be a misconception like, oh, well, he did bare knuckle, so he's a good boxer, so maybe he'll be a better boxer? Do you think when you look at him and the team has scouted him, do you think his boxing skills are all that great? And is he really going to be able to really outbox with you at all? Do you feel you are a better boxer than him?
Bare knuckle is just guys with nuts that want to go fight. That's all it is. Bare knuckle. I respect it. These guys are just going out there to bang. It's all it is. I mean, look how many times do they go to the body in bare knuckle? Everybody's head hunting. Everybody is head hunting. Yeah. Nobody wants to go to the body. I hear they don't want to go to the body. They don't want to break their hand and get blocked by elbow. It works the same way. But I mean, you can go out there and knock some years off your head, just getting hit in the head constantly. Hey, well, blessings to you, man. But for me, my thing is, I respect him. He's a striker. He's a banger. But so am I. Just because I don't have that in my pedigree, I knocked out some guys that did bare knuckle. So I look forward to it, man. I'm excited for this matchup, man. I just can't wait to get to Jacksonville, man. Just get those jitters out the way UFC. And once I stepped in the octagon, it's all right, let's go. Once you hear my walkout music, all right, man, I'm back home, man. It's all when the mariachi music start playing, let's rock and roll, baby.
And now it's been reported that, and we've actually not even reported, it's actually a lot of fighters are already starting to put up videos and stuff like the fighters that are fighting this weekend. They actually are getting legitimate COVID-19 tests. There wasn't talk about it. They were talking about, they will go through a battery of tests, and that's great if you have high-level doctors and everything like that. On some level, do you feel a little bit of relief that they're giving like the legit COVID-19 tests? It's not some other stuff. Does that bring some ease on some level for you?
Oh, yeah, big time, man. Make sure, I'm going to be safe. Make sure I come back to my family. Make sure I ain't bringing nothing back with me. It's a big-time relief, man. I'm glad they're doing it. Like I said, everybody that was knocking Dana for pushing these shows, man, look what he's doing. He's making sure his fighters are well taken care of, man. That's why they call him Uncle Dana. He takes care of us. So it's not what everybody, it's not what you see on the internet all the time. What you see behind closed doors. That man's really working for us, man. I'm thankful for it, man. I'm glad to call him Uncle Boss.
This and the upcoming events, they're divisive. It's not, everybody's not happy with it, especially after, you got projections about the death toll now that things are reopening may double from what we have right now, and people, try to get back to work. I've talked to some folks that have, they're coaching fighters for these events, or they're trying to be a part of events that maybe got canceled, and they got a mixed reaction. They got some support and they got some hate. What's it been like for you? Have you got a mix of hate and support for being part of this, or because you're making your debut after so long, it's been just straight up support?
It's been support, man. I be getting messages, calls from people I ain't talked to in 10 years. I'm like, man, where were you last year? Where were you last week? Don't come with that. Hey, man. Mike Jones, rapper down in Houston, he got the sauces. Back then, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot there all on me. I don't want it, man. I stay down to my loyal people who've been down with me, and I'm just glad I had the great support system of my family. My wife, she's my 100% support system. My daughters, my sons. I'm just glad, man, I got their approval, and they're like, Dad, go push it. I mean, my daughter's more worried about, Dad, when you gonna be on the video game? I'm like, baby, one fight.
What do you say when that happens? That's a fascinating thing. I'm sure a lot of fighters go through that. You're getting these people that just all of a sudden come out of the woodwork. Hey, we haven't talked in a lot. Like I'm sure it's got to be flattering in a way because that means you've had success. But it also has to piss you off in a way because just like you said, like where were they at? Like when you got those messages, do you even answer them? Do you say F off? I'm not talking to you, or you just you ignore them?
It was funny. Facebook got that little thumbs up, and I just send a little thumbs back, and that's it. That's what they can get. You ain't gonna get no times because when you're winning, they love you. When you're losing, they're not around. Yeah. I mean, I'm thankful for them, man. They support me, but don't get close, man. Still keep your distance because, man, I was down at one time, and even when I was Fury champion, I didn't get those messages. But now it's UFC. Oh man, yeah. Like I said, age is not my number. I'm like fine wine. I get better with age, man. So y'all get ready. I'm feeling, I'm barely hitting my prime right now.
Now, the last question, and I'm always fascinated, especially when fighters are making their way into the UFC, especially for someone like you that's been around a long time and hasn't gotten there yet, because not many people really understand. So many fighters, especially some even in the UFC, they have day jobs. They have jobs that subsidize their training and pay for a lot of that stuff. You mentioned it before. So what have you been doing? Like, have you had the same kind of the job on the side, a full-time job for most of your career? You always been switching. Like, what has been your job on the side from fighting?
Yeah, I've been a CNC machinist for a long time. A trade I picked up from my father. I work for Hunting Energy Services down here in Houston, and those guys here, they're my big support system because without them, this wouldn't happen. Because I reached before I made my comeback, I reached out to them. Is it okay? They're like, man, we're 100% behind you. Then when I got the phone call to UFC and I shared it with them, they were just like tears of joy, man. They were just mad because they see my hard work. They see me go to work and see me get off work, go straight to training. I'll get some nights out, I train. I work from 6 to 4:30, get up 4:30, get to the gym at 5. I won't get home till about 10:30. Late nights. It's just it's a sacrifice. I'm just thankful my kids and my wife. They stood by me, man. But man, my job, man, that's my family away from my family. So I'm very thankful for them.